Oreo cream puffs. Use a cocoa cake base for cream puffs as the base. Then add sea salt Oreo buttercream. Decorate the middle with chocolate crisp rolls. This cream puff sells very well in our store. It's not considered a new product, but the recipe is being shared today for the first time. I recommend you save it quickly, so you won't miss out on the deliciousness. Today, there will also be a familiar comparison segment for you, regarding the comparison of conventional and convection oven baking, and how to make the cocoa-flavored cake base soft and three-dimensional. The tutorial remains detailed. Let's make it while chatting. If you want a cocoa-flavored cake without deflating, you'll need cocoa powder. First, scald it with hot oil. The oil temperature is about 80 degrees Celsius. Add 6 grams of cocoa powder to 30 grams of hot oil and mix well. Then add 40 grams of milk. It's a seasonal issue. For those who are in lower room temperatures, milk can be heated to around 50 degrees. The emulsification effect will be better. Sift 36 grams of low-protein flour. Mix roughly. Then add 35 grams of egg yolk. Considering the differences in flour brands, the water absorption varies. You can adjust by increasing or decreasing the milk. The final state of the batter must ensure it is a smooth, dripping consistency. "74 grams of egg whites. In summer, you can freeze it for about 10 minutes first. In winter, this step can be omitted. Add 35 grams of fine sugar all at once to whip. The whipping speed. Then switch to medium speed until the meringue has clear ridges on the surface. Finally, switch to low speed. Organize the meringue. Due to various uneven bubbles caused by high-speed whipping, this whipped meringue is very delicate. This is the meringue for making cream puff bases. It must be whipped to a somewhat stiff consistency. Take a small portion and mix it evenly with the egg yolk mixture. Then pour everything back into the meringue. The mixing speed here must be fast. Do not mix too much. We will look at the comparison later. This tray is during the folding process. The intervals in operation time were a bit long. The overall state of the batter piped into the baking tray. It can be stacked, but it will spread out. The more you handle it later on, the faster the piped cake batter spreads out. We will bake these two trays using a convection oven. Today we are using the new Heishi S80 model. Set to convection mode. Bake at 140 degrees with top and bottom heat for 26 minutes. Baking two trays at the same time. The overall effect of the cake after baking is quite good. The surface shine is also great. That's because I placed a sheet of parchment paper. Then hot air blew onto this parchment paper, which made it stick to the cake. This tray of batter was quickly folded evenly. The batter piped into the baking tray. The texture is very three-dimensional. It does not flatten, still using the S80 for baking. Set the upper and lower heat to conventional oven mode. Bake at 150 degrees for 30 minutes. Switch to upper heat at 180. Lower heat to 150 and bake for another 3 minutes. After taking it out of the oven, each cream puff cake base is plump and round. This is the deflation of the cake batter caused by folding. The impact on the final product of the cake. Let's take a look. Comparing the final product baked in the convection oven. The glossiness is actually better. Moreover, it will bake for a shorter time. The texture when pulled apart is also very soft. It's just a bit of a regret, because this batch of batter has some deflation. After baking this batch in the convection oven, I will then start making this batch of cake in the conventional oven. So this batch from the convection oven has been left at room temperature for over an hour. As for this batch from the conventional oven, it has just come out of the oven. The freshly baked cake may be a little dry. This can cause the cake base to crack during the breaking process. This is normal. After letting it sit for a while, we can break it open again to see. The texture will be very soft. The cocoa cake base is ready. Now let's make the sea salt Oreo buttercream. 300 grams of heavy cream. 24 grams of granulated sugar. 1 gram of sea salt. First, whip until soft peaks form. Then add 40 grams of crushed Oreos. Mix until well combined. For assembly, after piping a ring of buttercream, pipe another ring of buttercream around it. Add a little bit of chocolate crisp rolls in the center. This will enhance the texture. Of course, you can skip this if you want. Spread some of this delicious sea salt Oreo buttercream on top. Be sure to apply a generous amount. Finally, sprinkle some crushed Oreos on top. For selling, it's recommended to use the crushed Oreos. Sprinkle them fresh upon serving. This will help maintain the crispy texture for a longer time. Regarding the packing of the cream puffs, you can refer to the video tutorial for the Taro Snow Puff. It includes the process of preparing the packing box. For homemade preparation, once you assemble it, you can start eating. Click on my profile to access the homepage. There are many practical home tutorials waiting for you to check out. This recipe makes about 10 servings.